Well, hello everybody, if you've just joined me. Today I'm doing two things. I'm trying out a neck mount, which my DJI Osmo Action 4 is now mounted to. It's not the official DJI one, it's a equivalent off of Amazon. Looks about the same, so see what happens. And the second thing, I'm going to try and go to Goodwood Hill, which is also known locally as the Trundle, where there's an Iron Age hillfort. But we'll see if we get there, because the weather's just started to rain, as is typical. But let's see how we go. So I'll tell you a bit more about Goodwood Hill. I know a little bit about its history. I looked a little bit up. I'm going to shut up for the trip to Chichester, because I'll probably speed that up in my editing software, because it's not very exciting and it's a good experiment. So hang in there and we'll pick it up again in a minute. Now we're just approaching Chichester, and we're going to scoot round the outside of it. Quite a busy day at the moment, Saturday, midday. Let's have a look. Yeah, very busy. So we can do a little bit of cutting through here. Hopefully when we get off of this roundabout it should be a little bit quieter. We shall see. Blimey. It's mayhem. Ooh, that was a close one. Right. That's better. So, here we go. So we're entering the Goodwood area. If you've ever been to the Goodwood Festival of Speed, you'll know that this is part of the massive queue to get up to the car parks. And this road leads us up to Goodwood Airfield, where it all happens. At the moment, that's on our left. The area's usually quite pretty. Quite a lot of history here. Also, obviously, Goodwood Festival of Speed is now a worldwide thing. You get racing drivers and celebrities from all over come to visit that every year. 3-day event. There's also Goodwood Revival, which is classic cars and classic bikes, and equally as popular, really. This is a Rolls-Royce factory just up ahead there. So we're going to be going past the airfield and then up Goodwood Hill, which goes past Goodwood House. So the airfield is now on our left. And we will take a separate trip out to that at some point, because in its own right there's a few interesting things to see there. Here we go, here's the airfield. Some of the buildings there date back to the Second World War still. And this is all really now part of the Goodwood estate, I think. This is where we very gently started to climb Goodwood Hill. That's the entrance to Goodwood Estate. Goodwood Golf Course on the right. Now, this is Goodwood Hill, locally known as the Trundle, and on the old maps known as St Roch's Hill. So let's take a look at the Trundle. On the top of Goodwood Hill there's an Iron Age hillfort, which is a circular, and the Trundle, I believe, comes from an Old English word which means roundel. Trundle, roundel sounds quite similar, which obviously comes from the circle on the top of the hill. St Roch's Hill is named after Saint Roch, who was a French saint, and apparently in medieval times there was a chapel in the centre of the Iron Age hillfort, which has long since been demolished, and the chapel was dedicated to St Roch, apparently as patron saint of taking care of plague victims and dogs or something like that. I did a little bit of research, but there's no indication at all that St Roch ever visited this area, so the chapel was just dedicated to him in name. Also at the top of the hill is Goodwood racecourse, and quite a good view either across Chichester or, if you look the other way, across the downs. So we're now well into going up the hill, right? So what I was going to do is just drive up to the hillfort. We're not going to walk up the last little bit to the top, but that's something maybe for the summer that would be quite nice to do. But we've had quite a lot of rain here at the moment, and it's a bit wet and muddy. Here on the left is the slope that leads up to the hillfort. On the right is the racecourse, but obviously you can't really see anything there at the moment. We are, well, as far as the road goes, we're kind of at the top of Goodwood Hill, but there's a little bit more around here. That's going to be one cycling workout, I think, coming up here. Now, in medieval times, the road used to come straight across the top of this hill, and there used to be, on the old maps, there's a coaching inn just on the right of that road, obviously to feed the horses and what have you. Oh, that's good. Scooters are just so good for this kind of thing. Right, so here's car parks. Just going to get off for a minute here. That's the view, Chichester down below. When it's clearer you can actually see the sea from here, and I'm just going to ride up there. So there's Goodwood Hill. That's up the top there, that little ridge, that's the old Iron Age hillfort. Oh, and an aircraft from Goodwood airfield. During the Second World War, this was used for observation. But again, there's not much left of that up there. Just go to the lower car park and take in the view a little bit. Here we are. So like I say, in the summer we'll come back here and we go up the hill when it's a bit greener. But there you go. You can't quite make out the sea, although that possibly there you can see Chichester Harbour. You can just about make out just past that taller tree. Right, well, let's go back a different way. As you can tell by what people are wearing, it's still quite chilly here at the moment. When I stop moving too much on the scooter, my visor steams up even though it's got a pin guard on it. I just need to keep the air going through the vents for it to keep clear. So there's one other thing we have here on this hill. This is going down the hill now. And it comes out on the north side of Chichester. In fact, there's two things that we'll pass. Down the bottom is Chichester Open Air Museum, or it's Wealdon Downland Open Air Museum actually. And if you live in England and you've seen the repair shop on TV, that is where it's filmed. So just roughly where that white gate is up ahead on the left hand side. There we are, in there. So there you go, that's where the repair shop's filmed. And the other thing here is Westdean College, which is biggish college here. Lots of arts and crafts classes are run there. It's got its own gardens, Westdean Gardens, and they used to have a big chili festival here every summer, which was quite fun to attend. Except I think they priced themselves out of the market. It just kept going up more and more every year until everybody thought, well, this is getting a bit too ridiculously expensive. But there you go. There it is, Westdean. This road is back the road to Chichester. Another entrance to Westdean. Well, we'll see what the neck mount looks like when we get back. I mean, it's totally comfortable to wear. Not sure how much it's going to jump around when I'm going over all these little bumps and that. I do feel that maybe we're missing out a little bit, because obviously when I look at something, you're still going to carry on looking straight ahead. So I can't really point out stuff very easily. So I sort of try and point my chest at whatever it is, and that's not very easy. So we'll see what it looks like. Ultimately, I think I may end up with a chin mount, but I'm due to get a new crash helmet soon, and I don't really want to pay the ridiculous money for a chin mount for this one and then get a new crash helmet and have to get another one. It just seems a bit of a waste, really. So it's lovely around here historically. Look at this stuff here. Lots of walkers in the summer. It's a lovely area. Still getting spits of rain on my visor, so it's still very, very, very gently drizzling, but hopefully there's nothing on the lens of the camera. I guess the other thing with helmet mounted camera. Oh, I don't know, I was going to say it might be easier to take the take my crash helmet off and carry it around to show stuff, but I guess if this is chest mounted, it's always going to be there anyway, so I could still do that. The only slight difference is my microphone is mounted in my crash helmet, so if I wanted to talk I'd have to take that out, which is probably doable. By the way, you may see my speedo saying I'm going faster than I should be, but I can assure you this speedo is incredibly optimistic with its speed predictions. This is Lavant, named after the river Lavant, I would imagine. The Earl of March pub. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're going to go this way. This is going to take us into the north end of Chichester, and then I'm just going to scoot through Chichester and back out the other side. I think this is going to be one of the longest runs I've done, so hopefully my battery doesn't run out or my storage doesn't run out, just in case. If you've come along for this ride out, thank you very much. I'm hoping the weather's going to change soon and I'll do a bit more just to keep it a bit more interesting, a little bit warmer, nicer to see. I'll keep going on this one as long as I can, but so we're going to go past what used to be the barracks. Oh, this is quite interesting. Down here on the right in a minute, there's a lane called Brandy Hole Lane, and that is called Brandy Hole Lane for the reason that you might suspect. It used to be where smugglers used to smuggle and hide brandy. And what used to be the barracks here on the left coming up, it's now been converted into houses. Right, all this lot here by this wall, so there's Brandy Hole Lane on the right. All this used to be the barracks, and just past the entrance to the barracks there's a plaque in the wall, and it's something to do with the last smuggler that was executed in England was executed here, or something like that. I'll have to look it up, or you can look it up actually. So Chichester used to be, because of Chichester Harbour, which is the other side of Chichester here, this used to be well known for smuggling and owling, which is kind of the opposite to smuggling. That's taking stuff out of the country and smuggling it into France or whatever. I think wool used to be one of the commodities that was popular with owling. Chichester Festival Theatre, on the left. Again, you probably, oh, you might be able to see it there in the shot. I expect Chichester to be quite busy today. It's Saturday shopping day, it's early afternoon, so people would have probably just had their lunch. Nice old BM. I mean Mercedes. As you can see, at the moment here, we have roadworks everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. Chichester Roman walls. There you go. I don't think they're actually Roman anymore. I think they were all rebuilt in the Middle Ages. But Chichester was a Roman city, Novio Magus I think it was called, which was something like New Town or New City. Had 4 gates, hence we got North Gate, East Gate, South Gate and West Gate in Chichester. None of them exist now, only the names. But the walls pretty much intact all the way round, really. I don't envy that learner driver. I learnt to drive here in Chichester years ago, and it was a lot easier then. All these houses on the left here, years ago there was a massive Ford dealership, and at this end, roughly where we are now, it sold cars, and at this end where we are now, it was the agricultural section that sold tractors, combine harvesters, spare parts, all that kind of thing. And behind there was a garden machinery department that dealt with obviously mowers and things like big mowers and things like that. So I'll tell you what, let's go this way. We're going to go out so it's not the way we came in. This could be a mega long video. Like if it hasn't stopped filming, it's still going, and you've watched all the way through this, you get 1,000 loyalty points, right? I don't know how long I've been out, but I think it's been a little while. It's more than my 15 minutes, which is all I was going to do per video. But whatever, I filmed it, I might as well put it on YouTube. So we're going to go out heading in the Selseybill direction. Now we will be going to Selseybill in March when the scooter meetups start again, so I'm going to take the camera down to one of the scooter meetups. But they're every month, I think it's the first Sunday of the month, and it's for charity. So when you go down, you just give a couple of quid to, you know, put it in a bucket. It's a different charity each month, and it's just I don't know, I'll just go down and have a cup of coffee. Really, it's just for the ride out. But have a bit of a chat to people. Obviously, I'm not riding a classic scooter. I'm on a Vespa Modern, so it's not quite the... I mean, I love it and I think it's great, but it doesn't draw the same attention as a 1960s Vespa or something like that. These roundabouts around here really are, you take your life into your own hands, right? There's no mercy. That's it, right. That's right. Don't slow down, just come round as fast as you can. Now this roundabout to the right takes you to Selsey Bill, as in the Madness song. Driving in my car, I've even been to Selsey Bill. Well, that's where it is, in case you didn't know. I'm going to be thoroughly disappointed if I get back and find there's a big splodge of rain on the middle of the lens, or some other factor which means you're not going to see this video, but then of course you wouldn't know, would you? This is Huntston. Well, folks, if you stayed with me for that, thank you very much. Hope there was something of interest for you guys there. So thank you for now, and hopefully catch you in the next one.